Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Good morning. Well, it's not good morning. It's afternoon now. I'm off to a really late start today. Well, I've been working on the duck adventure. It's what is it? July the 12th today. It's just a blur. I'm having a late day here. I gotta go. I've decided I didn't let the ducks down to the lake today because I've got to go down with the canoe, and I'm going to take the hand trimmer, and I'm going to trim back the bulrushes around the edge of the creek leading to the lake, so it's a little wider. After I got it all trimmed last night, I got looking at it, you know, when I was with you guys on the video and I filmed it. I thought I got to open this up so that the ducks have a little better view, a little less closed in. They don't get all freaked out. So. But I'm going to move some Muscovies today, the little ones from last night. They finally got some fluff. They're still really, really small, but it's been, you know, they've been in here now 48 hours, so I have to get them down to the barn here so they can get some water and food. But these 4 are ready to go. Now, I was just about to give up on these other eggs, and I came out, and look at this. We got a late hatch. This guy is like a full day late. So there's still ducklings trying to come through. So I'm going to double check the eggs just to make sure. I was going to do an autopsy today. I know the Muscovy eggs are history. I'm going to do an autopsy on them because there is no way that the Muscovy, we're going to have anything out of that tray of eggs. But the other eggs I'm going to leave until tomorrow, and we'll see. But I'm going to give that guy a hand back there. He's stuck, but he's, you know, we had another duckling, so. And in this tray, with the question mark Muscovy eggs, I don't know yet. There's been no more pipping. Oh, no, there isn't. There's no more pipping, so I don't know. It's hard to say on these Muscovy eggs with the question marks what we have. So, but I'm gonna move these 4 little guys down to the barn, and I gotta still clean the barn out because today it has to be cleaned out, the front part. So. Well, we got 4 more ducks going on. Oh yes, and this morning there was a dead Muscovy down in the barn. One of the Muscovy didn't make it. He, you know, they're just so fragile. I don't know what it is. You know, I left the Muscovy in the hatcher well over 36 hours, so they should have been, you know, ready to go in with the other ones. But I guess it was just weak, died, and nothing you can do about it. So they're just so little, the Muscovies. But I got to get them down with their friends, so I'm gonna head down there now. Well, I just took the Muscovies down to the barn. I got a bad feeling about those 2 little Muscovies. They're so small. They're like about 1/3 the size of the day-old ducks that are down there. So I don't know. And if I would have left them up here, they would have starved to death. You know, and they needed to get down there with the food and the water, and you know, let Mother Nature take its course. But now is the time for the dreaded autopsy. I'm going to autopsy the Muscovy eggs here and fire up the carburetor, and let's see what happened. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the part of the show I hate the most. Oh yeah, that died in the incubator. I'd like to know what's going on here. Like, look at that. That's definitely incubator death. Oh, unfertilized. Unfertilized. Incubator death. Incubator death. I'd like to know why they're dying in the incubator. Like that's definitely incubator death. Yeah, like this doesn't make any sense. You know, I thought maybe where the machine was gassing off, another one, incubator, gassing off from the materials, you know, new materials gassing off, but, you know, we're still getting the same, like, I don't understand this. This is definitely dying in the incubator. Yeah, look at that. That died really early in the incubator. Yeah, another one. Oh, that's gross. Oh, that was disgusting. It's almost like, you know, this incubator, the only thing it's good for is either, you know, making balat or vitlon, you know, for the Vietnamese. Because that seems they all die at, you know, at the same stage. Yeah. Like they're... If I was Filipino or Vietnamese, you know, it'd be perfect for eating. Oh, look at that. Like, poor little guys. Like, there's so much death. Like, yeah, look at that. Like, that's so young. Like, oh, I'm telling you, this death-abator, you know, like, just a little duckling, like, oh, unfertilized. Yeah, look at that. They're like, that died really early in the development stage. Really early. Alright. Oh. Yeah, incubator death. Or death-abator, I should be calling this thing. Like, it's so sad, you know. I'm lost for words. I'm just getting. Well, we're down to our last. There's only one more batch of eggs. Oh, that one died in the incubator and started rotting. Oh, unfertilized. Like, it's not like the ducks aren't, you know, doing their job. Something else is, you know, causing us a problem here. Like, oh, unfertilized. Yeah. Yeah, this is incubator, like the same results every time, you know. It's in the Muscovies, it's unbelievable. Like the death rate on the Muscovies is through the roof. Oh, unfertilized. Died really early. Died really early. Geez, look at that. Like, oh, they're screaming. Like, unfertilized. Unfertilized. Dead in the incubator. Unfertilized. Death in the incubator. Unfertilized. Death in the incubator. Like, it's I don't know. I've got, there's 40 eggs. I got 40 Muscovy eggs that are in the incubator right now. I don't know what to do with them. I honestly don't know if I should even try. I've got another hatch this week. I'll let you know. Well, you know, you always you make plans for the next day. Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and it's like the Duck Adventure always has other plans for me on work. So I've got a little more weed whacking to do. I forgot an area, I got to do it, and I got to take the chainsaw. I got to cut some small trees down so I can keep the view open of the swamp, and I got to take the weed whacker over to the ramp at the lake. I got to cut that because it's all growing in. I've got some more work to do. Plus, I got to clean this out right now. I'm going to shovel out the barn here, but I want to show you the little ducklings here. They're the ones I brought down. The size difference from this morning. All right, where are we here? Yeah, like look at this. The poor little Muscovies. Like they're just so tiny. You know, they're sticking with the crowd, but they're, I don't know. You know, they were in the hatcher for 3 days, 2.5 days. Like I couldn't leave them there any longer. You know, we'll see. I've got them in with the day old, so you know, and they're just so tiny compared to everybody else. You know, plus we lost one Muscovy, so we brought down here, and we had the Mohawk one die, so that makes, I think, 8 Muscovy, so not a lot. Like actually, there's one right there. Where is he there? A little black head on him. Oh, he's so cute, the little Muscovies. Alright, well, I'm going to clean out the area here. I got just a little bit of poop to clean up, just a little. I'm going to clean this tray out. Oh, it's disgusting. And I'm going to scrape this out so it's fresh straw in here. Oh, I got some work to do. Alright, I'm off. Not off. I'm staying here. I'm staying here shoveling poop. Oh, and Doug's, he's guarding the door. The only spot there was no poop. Doug's sticking to me because he thinks everywhere on the property is electrified. I mean, he's getting electrocuted. But poor Doug. Doug. Oh, I know, right? Everybody's worried about you and your brain dead fence situation. Oh, Dougie. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna get shoveling here so I can get back outside and get the get everything cut and you know, get this happening because I got to take the ducks to the lake here. Well, the excitement here when you put down new straw for ducklings is it's pretty epic actually. They love it. They're rooting around just like their parents are. Yeah, I guess like their parents do, and all of them. As soon as they get near new straw, look out. This batch of ducklings is a little more skittish than previous batches. Doug sticks his head in, and they lose their stuff real quick. They've got a little more whackness to them. I don't know. They're not like the other ducks. But it's only been a week, so we'll just keep plugging away at exposing ourselves to them. They're so cute. You know, they scamper along so neat. When they get all excited, they run across the straw. I still don't know what's going to happen with these Muscovies down here. You know, they're pretty small ducklings. Well, they're right underneath the heat lamp, so they're baking themselves, and the other ducks are cleaning the egg yolk off of them. So, but there's a little Muscovy that we brought down yesterday. She's all fucked up, but they're so small, the little Muscovies. Like I'll show you, there's another one here. There's actually a bunch right here. I'm gonna try to get you a shot. There's a little Muscovy, so tiny. Yeah, and then there's one right beside it. I tell you, they're so small. It's hard to keep the camera on them. Little Muscovies. And there's one eating. So tiny. Now we got a little Speedy Gonzalez here running around there. And fresh straw. Something with fresh straw, they got I don't know if it feels good on their toes when they're running through it. Alright, well, I gotta keep shoveling poop here. I got one wheelbarrow load. Oh, it's nasty. This was actually due to be cleaned really bad. The poop had, it's a solid layer of poop. Solid. So, little adult ducks will be happy tonight. They'll be, actually probably this afternoon, once they discover the straws in here, they'll all come in here just to root around. Just laying down fresh straw, and as fast as I'm laying it down, Doug's laying in it. He's been rolling in it. But he knows as soon as it's covered in duck poop, he won't come in here. But right now it's fresh straw, so he's been rolling in it like a fool here while I've been spreading it around. Oh, Doug. So the canary in the feces mine here says it's okay in here. Well, you know, I've got a bad feeling about those two little Muscovies. I'll give you a shot here of them. Something tells me they're not going to make it. I got a bad feeling about it. They're just not, I don't know. You know, they need to be here with the water and the food because, you know, it's been 2 days in the hatcher and they're sort of like, you know, they got to make it. I don't know. Well, I got the barn ready for tonight. They got fresh straw in here, and I've already had a chicken, and I don't know how the chicken got in here because this is the duckling side, and so the chicken jumped, got on this side, and I didn't even clue in when I was scraping all the poop out. I looked up, and in the hole there was a chicken looking in, and I didn't even clue in until I turned around and I saw the chicken in the doorway, and I went, okay, there's not supposed to be a chicken on this side. So anyways, I just got rid of that chicken. I don't know what it is. They like to jump in on the duckling side, so. But now I'm headed down. I'm going to get the chainsaw out and I'm going to cut those trees down to get the view of the swamp clear. Then I'm going to go to the ramp on the lake, and I got to cut the weeds back there on the ramp, and then I'm going to get the canoe out and I'm going to go and start hacking away the bulrushes, make the creek a little wider so it doesn't freak the ducks out. And then tomorrow I'm hoping I get the ducks to the lake here. I can't think of any of the jobs I'm going to get stuck with here. But it's so much nicer now that the adults are out around the yard. They're, they're not freaked out. It's like they're calm. They're all over the place. And I didn't realize it till this morning. I don't know if I mentioned it or if I, previously in the video. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but I didn't realize it. It was June the 7th when we had the attack that I had to spray the purple on the duck, and it was June the 4th that Doug and I came home and found the tuft of feathers with the blood on it in the yard. So the foxes were hunting here since June the 4th that we know about. So it's been almost 5 weeks of the reign of terror of those guys. So actually it's exactly 5 weeks. The 10th, almost 5 weeks. That the fox were reign of terror here and screwing up egg production or freaking the ducks out and then lockdown the last 10-11 days. So I'm so glad that's over, and I'm so glad Mr. Fox is hanging over the tree, letting the flies and the maggots eat him. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna go with the chainsaw. My Chinese goose was just walking around doing his world famous neck stretch and screech sound. He hasn't got his adult screech yet, but he gets mad at the ducks. He actually seems to, one, he doesn't hang around with the other geese, and two, he sort of puts the ducks in their place, so I don't know what's the deal with him. Poor guy's all alone, he doesn't have a partner. And the other geese are just ignoring him, like, oh, there's one coming over now. But he's on his own most of the time. I just love the way they walk around with their necks stretched out. He's a gorgeous looking bird. I can't wait till he gets his full grown feathers in and he looks just awesome. Goose Lee. Doug and I just came back from the creek. We cut back I cut back, and Doug smashed down more than I wanted to cut down, and I had to cut more down. But the ducks are following me down. The more I go down to the creek, I keep walking down there. I was hauling brush, and they were coming down, following me. So it's not going to be hard to get these ducks to go down there. I think they're starting to figure out, that there was more to the life than just this yard last year. But they're headed down there. They've been following me. So I think tomorrow, I've got the creek all cut back. I made it about 4 feet wider than it is. So
It's not as wide as I would like. The best case scenario is I go down there, with the weed whacker and stand in the aluminum boat and risk my life. But in the canoe with the hedge trimmer seemed to work. Cleared it enough that it's a much better shot out, so the ducks won't get too freaked out. We'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big day. But the ducks are definitely wandering down there on their own. Drilling in the mud. And more are heading down there, so it's been a pretty steady stream of ducks heading down in that direction today. We'll see tomorrow. And actually, I was down there cutting the trees, and a female Muscovy walked by me coming back from the creek, so I don't know if she was already down there or not. Muscovy, they do know what's down there, and they have gone down there actually this spring and stayed down there. It didn't come back, so tomorrow will be the big rush to the lake. Well, we'll be forcing them to the lake probably.
Haven't done a lot of recording today. I've been busy, trying to get everything ready to get down to the lake here. Doug and I are doing chores. He's, since it's clean in here, Doug's coming right in to freak the ducks out. But it's sort of funny because they get up, but they don't rush out of the barn. Like, it's really strange how they act around. Like they sort of panic, but yet then they panic for about 1.5 feet and then they stop. It's then they lay down and then they relax. But the little guys over here, they're not as conditioned to Doug as the first batch. He sticks his head in and they pretty well get freaked out. But the reason I am down here recording right now is I just did my chores. Ducks panicking for no reason. Okay, Doug and I were looking at the ducklings and they just all of a sudden decided to panic. Ducks, well. And Doug doesn't know what to make of it when they panic because, he's not doing anything. But he stays away from them and it's really warming now. I can't believe it. I came down here first and there had to be 150 ducks, 100 ducks in here. The heat was unbelievable. It was 35 degrees Celsius in here just from their body heat. So I had to turn the exhaust fan on. But I want to show you the little Muscovies is eating. The little iffy Muscovy this morning is eating. Look at that. She's right on the feeder and she's eating away. She just picked at that little duck, but it's that's a good sign. And the other one is the other ducks are picking the egg off it, and it's starting to get more and more fluffy and walking around. So I don't know. Maybe tomorrow we'll come down and it'll be dead. For all we know, I don't know. It's but that little one there, she's eating. I'll try to get you another shot here. Yeah, there she is, and she's definitely at the feeder and she's eating. So who knows? Maybe those two little Muscovies will bounce back. That little one there, I don't know. Where is it again here? I lost it. Okay, I can't even find it now. Alright, I gotta zoom out here. Sorry about this bad camera, guys. Alright. So I don't know about this little thing. So I don't have my glasses on either, so it's really hard. But she is getting fluffier, or he is getting fluffier. And he does move. So we'll just have to see. But the other little Muscovies are going strong in there. They're running around. Actually, that one that just ate is now over there drinking water. So maybe it'll happen. Who knows? We'll know tomorrow morning when we come down. Another night in the duck adventure will tell us what's going to happen here. Sorry about that last segment cutting off. The battery went dead on the camera. It's amazing. You don't realize when I got these huge batteries. I think it's like 11 hours worth of recording time, and I'm forever. They're forever always. It seems to be going dead on me. I don't realize how much recording I do, but I want to show you some adventurous ducks here. This is the end of the day. It's like 8:30, so it's going to be dark here soon. And look at the ducks. They're working their way down the swamp. And of course the ruins
are the most adventurous. They're right down there. I think tomorrow is going to be a cakewalk getting them to the... I shouldn't say that. I'll probably curse the whole adventure tomorrow, but they're down in there in the mud. And more ducks keep going down there. You know? And they've all got one thought in their heads, and that's drilling in the mud. And actually, the rate they're going here, the ruins, they just keep heading towards the lake. They might not even come home tonight. Now that it's wide open down there, they're way more adventurous. Plus, I think they know that that fox is hanging in the tree, getting eaten alive by the maggots. It's pretty disgusting what it looks like. It's honestly, I'll just show you here. I got the flies have gone for the night, but they're definitely slowly eating them. Less and less of them is hanging there. You can see the maggots. The flies have been dropping lots of maggots in the rear there. Today, the flies that were crawling in and out of his bum were unbelievable. Actually, we might get a shot there. Yeah, there they are. All the flies are inside the cavity. They're laying eggs. I bet you the inside of that tomorrow, if I took and cut it open, which I'm not going to go near it, but if I did, I bet you it would just be an explosion of maggots coming out of his gut. He's got a pretty good bloat going inside. But look at that, eh? That's just, oh. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to go a little closer here so I can give you a high definition optical shot instead of the digital zoom, because that digital zoom is just no good. There we go. They're just crawling in and out of his bum. But if you look at his body, like the flies are slowly making a serious dent in him. He's got, yesterday there was a whole bunch of eggs hanging out of his face. He won't be long and he'll be gone. You can see the, I don't know if it, yeah, right there. They've there's a whole bunch of maggot eggs there and larvae, and they're slowly eating them. He's got a good stink on. Stinks real bad, but he's the warning to the other foxes. What probably doesn't work. They don't really, animals really don't understand other animals dead. So, except crows. Crows, for some reason, understand. Of course, then again, a crow can smell a gun for some reason. I don't know what it is. You can walk outside with a broom handle, nothing. Walk out with a gun, gone. Yeah, the ruins are going farther down here. I'll give you one more shot, then I'm going in to clean up and have a shower. There they are. The rate they're going here, they're going to be down to the water soon. They just keep working their way down, farther and farther. Yeah, look at them going. Yeah, they're heading down there. So, the ducks are having fun, free ranging, living a duck's life. So tomorrow is going to be serious because I cleaned out. Doug and I were down there and I chopped back the bulrushes. It's serious clearing, so I can't see them getting all freaked out when I get them down there. I think it's going to be a happy ducks experience. I'll wear the pivot head so we can take a look, so you guys can watch what I'm seeing. And then we're letting. As soon as that happens, I'm coming back up here, and this horde is going to get let loose. Well, I'm going to open the gate and we'll see how long it takes them to come outside. Based on last year, it took a day before they came outside. But these guys have been coming outside when I open the barn door. They have been doing bolts out the barn door when I'm doing the chores. So, who knows? We'll see tomorrow. They're even outgrowing the watering. Look at this guy over here. He's got his head. He has to bend over to get in there. That's for the little ducks. But he's outgrowing it. They're growing crazy. In the next 2 months, they're going to be on the lake because it takes 12 weeks for ducks. So in the first 30 days, in the pen, and then 60 days free ranging, and then tasty duck.